The following broadcast is a presentation of the ND Sports Channel.
Oaks Tornadoes down 2-0 here to the Kindred Vikings as Michael Hall will pass it over far side there for Schaefer. Schaefer looks inside for Gavin Keller. Gavin Keller with the slam dunk! That pass inside of the lane was taken away by Fargo Davies, and another nice pass and a slam dunk! Grayson Heyman with the slam dunk in the JV game. Here Mabor, a perfect 4 for 4, and a slam dunk from Harney. Henningsgaard as he tries to cut through the lane. Outlet pass into the corner there for Heinitz. Back over to Henningsgaard, wide open for 3. Got it and one! Wow! Kaylee Jackson, three-pointer up, and no, that one won't go in. Tana Lick pulls down the deep offensive board. She'll put up a 3. That one's in, and we're tied. 16 fouls, and the pass is intercepted by Overby. Overby has an opportunity to dunk it! He nailed it, the two-handed throwdown. 41-37, 4:25 to go here as the Kindred Vikings will work it down low. Another slam dunk, and one! How about that? A slam dunk by Gavin Keller, and he got fouled on the two-handed throwdown. All right, welcome back here to the Betty Engelstad Sioux Center here on the campus of UND, home of the Fighting Hawks. We're in the consolation semifinals. Our first game today went in favor of the Langdon area Admiral Munich Cardinals with a final score of 48-34 over the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks. And now that sets us up for this game here between the Kidder County Wolves and the Trenton Tigers. Kidder County will be recognized as the home team on the scoreboard, while the Trenton Tigers will be recognized as the visiting team on the scoreboard, and that puts the Trenton Tigers in their blue jerseys, primarily blue, with white trim and white letters outlined in a goldish yellow. Yesterday they were in their white jerseys, and Kidder County, they're still in their warm-up jerseys. I believe they're going to be in their white jerseys today, which would be the same ones that they wore yesterday. Yesterday, 24 hours ago, these two teams were undefeated at 24-0. Now, both teams are 24-1. As the Trenton Tigers fell in overtime by 4, 48-44 to Hedriger Scranton Nighthawks. And the Kidder County Wolves fell yesterday to a lights-out Rugby Panthers team, 47-39. The band is in here, the crowd is filled up. You would not think that this is a consolation semifinal by any means, but that's exactly what it is. But that could be good things here, is that atmosphere really can set the tone for a game. There's no doubt about that. We're just under 4 minutes away from the opening tip. So once again, 24-1 Kidder County Wolves on the 24-1 Trenton Tigers. Wolves head coached by Dan Welder, the Tigers head coached by Bob Turcotte. We will break and come back here with the starting lineups and all that good stuff here in a moment or two here on the ND Sports Channel. Quality Home Restorations is Fargo Moorhead's go-to place for quality home remodel and repair services. Quality Home Restorations offers free estimates on all your home remodel and repair projects like drywall, laminate flooring, roofing, and much more. Check out the great photos of past projects completed by Quality Home Restorations on their Facebook page. Just search Quality Home Restorations. When it comes to your home being restored, count on Quality Home Restorations. Call Mike today at 400-1751. That's 400-1751 to set up an appointment for a free estimate. Quality Home Restorations in Fargo.
Paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators.
The Fargo North softball team is live for a second season on the ND Sports Channel. Live broadcast of every game, home and away, including every swing of the bat, every stolen base, every strikeout, and every home run for the Fargo North Spartans will be live on the ND Sports Channel. Video broadcasts of most regular season games as well as radio broadcasts of the regional and state tournament. Get the most accurate and up-to-date Spartan softball broadcast schedule on our website at ndsportschannel.com/game schedule. All right, welcome back. As the buzzer sounds, and we'll turn it over to the PA announcer now for the upcoming starting lineups between the Trenton Tigers, the visitors on the scoreboard, and the Kidder County Wolves, the home team on the scoreboard. Wolves head coach Dan Welder, the Tigers head coach is Bob Turcott. Once again, we want to thank our sponsors, including Game Time, Fargo South Booster Club, Quality Home Restorations, North Fargo Softball, and our viewers for their generous donations, as well as Hallstatt Telephone Company for their support of Hillsborough Central Valley sports this year. Certainly appreciate all the support and all of the support that comes in from you, whether you're a sponsor or someone who donates. We certainly appreciate your help in making the station what it is today, and we look forward to what we can bring to you in the future. We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Katie Obie, a 5'7" junior. Alexa St. Pierre, a 5'7" sophomore guard. Once again, these are your starters for the Trenton Tigers. Katie Hovey, Alexa St. Pierre, and Alyssa St. Pierre. Alyssa is a 5'8" sophomore. And Kellen Norby is a 6'1" junior. And then JC Turcott, a 5'9" freshman. So once again, Katie Hovey, Alexa and Alyssa St. Pierre, Kellen Norby, and JC Turcott, your starters for the Trenton Tigers. And now your starters for the Kidder County Wolves. Kennedy Harder, number 4, a 5'10" 8th grader. We got Haley Foff, a 5'7" sophomore. Madeline Schmidt, a 5'5" sophomore. Brittany Raff, who is a 5'9" junior. And then the 5'6" senior round out your 5 starters, Jaslyn Megstad. So once again, your starters for Kidder County: Kennedy Harder, the 8th grader; Haley Pfaff, the sophomore; Madeline Schmidt, the sophomore; Brittany Raff, the junior; and Jaslyn Megstad, the senior. Head coach, once again, Dan Welder. So that sets us up. The Tigers come out onto the floor. Kella Norby will be the 6'1" junior. Will line up in the middle for the jump ball as the Kidder County Wolves still waiting to come out here onto the court. And now they break the huddle and come out. They'll come out set up around the circle. Matching up with Kella Norby is Brittany Rath, 5'9" junior versus a 6'1" junior, and the 5'9" junior wins the tip over the 6'1" junior, and the Kidder County Wolves will open up the basketball game with the basketball. Shot is up from the baseline. That one won't go. That was out of the hands of, can't see down there in the corner. That was Brittany Rath. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Wolves. Both of these teams were undefeated 24 hours ago. Both of them come into this one 24-1. Brittany Rath gets the first bucket of the game here for the Kidder County Wolves, and it's 2-0 Wolves over Tigers. Turcotte over the timeline there to Alyssa St. Pierre. St. Pierre runs into a triple team. Gives it up there to Katie Hovey. Hovey to Turcotte, back to Hovey. Hovey will dribble up to the top of the ski. Now dribble over to the far end, now back up high on the far side. Hovey picks up the ball, fires it over near wing to Turcotte, back to Hovey up top in between the circles. Now Hovey will work it into Kella Norby, and it's stolen away there by Kennedy Harder. The 5'10" 8th grader. Harder will lose it off her knee out of bounds and back to the Trenton Tigers. Once again, the Wi-Fi has been sketchy here at the Betty Engelstad Sioux Center, and that's primarily due to the fact that there's a ton of radio stations connecting to the same signal. So if we have issues, we will upload the recorded version of this game as well. And we'll have a jump ball. And a whistle before the inbounds pass was even made. Now now another whistle. So it's been 3 whistles and an inbounds pass has not been made, and they're calling a foul on Kennedy Harder. That's the first foul of the game. As the ball goes out of bounds and will stay with the Tigers. Triggering the inbounds pass will be Alyssa St. Pierre. Puts it into Turcotte. Turcotte to Hovey here on the near wing. Hovey one dribble, fires it into the corner there for Alexa St. Pierre. Alexa St. Pierre still with the ball, gives it to Turcotte. Turcotte back to St. Pierre on the near wing. Tried to work it inside there for Norby. Norby will get tangled up. Jump ball, possession over favors the Kidder County Wolves. Inbounds pass gets to Madeline Schmidt. Schmidt will give it to Haley Pfaff, still in the backcourt. 3/4 court press here by the Trenton Tigers. And the ball was nearly intercepted by Caitlin Hovey. A loose ball as a result, and another jump ball, and that possession arrow will favor the Trenton Tigers. It's a 2-0 lead for the Kidder County Wolves here with 6:23 remaining in the first quarter of play. JC Turcotte will trigger the inbounds pass from the midcourt stripe into the backcourt for Katie Hovey. Hovey will bring it up and over the timeline with 6:18 to go here in the first quarter of play. They'll fire it over near side. Catch and shoot 3. Turcotte off the front rim. Won't go. Rebound comes down to Brittany Rath. Rath will fire it up court into the hands there of Madeline Schmidt. Schmidt at the top of the key, fires over far side for Haley Pfaff. Back to Schmidt, back to Pfaff, now into the corner for Kennedy Harder. Harder will work it inside there for Brittany Rath. Rath gets tied up. Whistle jump ball will favor the Kidder County Wolves. Stopping the clock with 5:58 to go here in the first quarter of play. And once again, it's a 2-0 lead off a basket by Brittany Rath, and that's been the only scoring so far. And we're going to make an adjustment here as we're having some more Wi-Fi issues. And to make it 5-0. It was Madeline Schmidt who knocked down the triple as we were making the adjustment there as we it was either Alexa or Alyssa. It was Alexa St. Pierre who got the bucket. Now the Trenton Tigers on the board. 5-2, 5:22 to go here in the first quarter of play. And now it looks like our Wi-Fi issues have been resolved as we switch back over to our hotspot. We certainly apologize for that. It was working bad in the first game yesterday. It worked just fine in the second 2 games, and here in the first 2 games today, it just doesn't work. So hopefully we have enough data on our monthly data limit here on my personal cell phone to keep us through the championship game tomorrow night. That shot's up and in by Brittany Rath. 7-2. And another steal here, this one by Jaslyn Megstad. Another turnover down low there, and now they'll call a foul on, I believe it's gonna go on Kennedy Harder, and if it is, that's her second, team second. And it will indeed be on Kennedy Harder. Pass up to Alyssa St. Pierre, and she's poked out well from behind by Tiana Binder. Back the other way now, Madeline Schmidt will get the ball at the top of the key, fire it near side to, that's Megstad. Shot from 3-point lands off the front of the rim, won't go. Wrestling match for the ball and lost it, and I didn't see which way the official pointed, but judging from the reaction of the crowd, it goes in favor of the Kidder County Wolves. 4:07 to go here. And the 3 is up from the corner. The Kidder County Wolves are taking control of this one early, up 10-2 with 3:50 to go. Tiana Binder got the 3-pointer, and the Tigers want to take a timeout. The only bucket scored so far for Trenton, Alexa St. Pierre with 2. We'll take a timeout. Back after this on the ND Sports Channel. The Fargo North softball team is live for a second season on the ND Sports Channel. Live broadcast of every game, home and away, including every swing of the bat, every stolen base, every strikeout, and every home run for the Fargo North Spartans will be live on the ND Sports Channel. Video broadcasts of most regular season games, as well as radio broadcasts of the regional and state tournament. Get the most accurate and up-to-date Spartan softball broadcast schedule on our website at ndsportschannel.com/game schedule. All right, welcome back. 10-2 in favor of the Kidder County Wolves, and that shot up no good, and the ball is poked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Wolves. 3:37 to go here, first quarter of play. In our second of 2 consolation semifinals, the winner of this one will play Langdon in the 5th place game tomorrow. The loser will play Shiloh Christian in the 7th place game tomorrow. And right now, so far so good for the Kidder County Wolves. 3-pointer up near wing off the front of the iron, won't go. Loose ball rebound goes out of bounds. They'll go back to the Trenton Tigers with 3:28 to go here in the first period of play. First quarter, I should say. As JC Turcott will fire the inbounds pass. Put it into the hands there of Alyssa St. Pierre. St. Pierre gets in a little bit of trouble here, works into the hands of Alexa. Alexa St. Pierre dribbles up near side, gets it to Katie Hovey. Hovey, one dribble, back up top to Alexa, far side now into the hands of Tatum Cryell. Cryell with a cross-court pass that goes out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Kidder County Wolves with 3:09 to go here in the first period, the first quarter of play. Schmidt will bring it up over the timeline, fire it over to the far wing into the hands of Haley Pfaff. Back to Schmidt. Now Schmidt working into the near corner here for Megstad. Megstad works it up top, gets it right back. Catch and shoot 3 on the way and in! 2:43 to go, 13-2. Alexis St. Pierre will get it to Katie Hovey. Hovey will work it down low. I believe that is Alyssa St. Pierre, and the shot's up no good. Rebound comes down to Haley Pfaff. Pfaff will get it up into the hands of Madeline Schmidt. Schmidt will fire it into the corner, and they'll work it back up into the near wing. Now they work it inside. With the basketball is Brittany Raff. She scored the first basket of the game. That basket will not go in, but she will draw a foul, and I believe the foul is going to go on J.C. Turcott. Work the ball back up to Tiana Binder. Now cross-court pass here, and that is going to be Pfaff. Pfaff will work it inside there for Brittany Rath, and another foul. Alyssa St. Pierre gives it to Turcott, still in the backcourt. Now they fire it over to Kella Norby. Norby will get it to Hovey here on the near wing. Hovey will put it up for three. That one's off the front of the rim, won't go. Rebound pulled down by Tiana Binder. Binder will give it up to Schmidt in the backcourt. Schmidt crosses the timeline here with 1:50 to go in the first quarter of play. Wolves will work it around the perimeter. Wide open for three. Far wing, up and rattles in and out. Offensive rebound underneath and one. They'll have to get that three the hard way, but 2 of the 3 are on the board thanks to Brittany Rath. (16-2). Kidder County Wolves have got out to a huge lead, and there's another turnover and another steal, and all alone off the glass is Brittany Raff. She has 9 points now here of the team's 18. 1:20 to go. And a timeout, Trenton. We'll take a timeout with them. Back in a moment here on the ND Sports Channel. The Fargo North softball team is live for a second season on the ND Sports Channel. Live broadcast of every game, home and away, including every swing of the bat, every stolen base, every strikeout, and every home run for the Fargo North Spartans will be live on the ND Sports Channel. Video broadcasts of most regular season games, as well as radio broadcasts of the regional and state tournament. Get the most accurate and up-to-date Spartan softball broadcast schedule on our website at ndsportschannel.com/game schedule.
The game is close. It's a big rivalry. Students jump out of their seats while the cheerleaders lead the chanting. Everyone is on edge. The shot is up and the buzzer sounds. All eyes follow the ball. Will it fall through the net? You can hear the hush of the crowd. With your whistle, you watch if his feet were inside the line or not. The crowd erupts. It's a game winner. Or is it? You make the call. Become an official. Contact your local high school. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities.
All right, welcome back. 1:17 to go here in the first quarter of play. Hovey will get it to Turcott, back to Hovey in between the circles. Hovey with the ball above her head, puts the ball to the floor, dribbles to her right. Now Turcott to her left, works into the corner. Officials in my way. Shot was up, and I did not see what happened. And now the Kidder County Wolves have the basketball. That one's tipped away by Hovey. Nice defensive play as they'll go out of bounds here. And the Tigers, I don't know if just the gas fizzled down to the tank after yesterday's loss or what's going on here, but this is, I've seen the Tigers multiple times this year. This is definitely not their best game so far. Rebound is struggled for there by Kella Norby, and we'll have a whistle and a foul on the Kidder County Wolves. Wolves up to 5 team fouls already. That pass will go out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Tigers. It was tipped out of bounds by the Wolves. It was originally the Tigers' ball to start with. And now the Tigers will inbound it from the midcourt stripe on the far side of the court. Inbounds to Hovey. Hovey will dribble down to the baseline, put up the shot, a nice looking shot. And that was a basket that the Trenton Tigers definitely needed. 18-4 now. Shot clock off, 18 seconds and counting to go here in the first quarter of play. It appears that the Wolves are going to hold for the final shot. And Hovey's going to steal it away. She is all alone. There is nobody there, and she'll take it to the hoop and lay it in. 2 points off the steal. That's points out turnovers, and the shot at the buzzer is off the mark. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter with your score. The Kidder County Wolves 18 and the Trenton Tigers 6, led by Caitlin Hovey with 4 of those 6. And we'll take a timeout and be back in 60 seconds on the ND Sports Channel. In our first year and 4 months on the air, the ND Sports Channel brought you a total of 407 games, and 377 of those games were exclusive broadcasts of the ND Sports Channel. That's 377 games that would have had 0 broadcast coverage if not for the sponsors who support our sports webcast. We ask that you please patronize and support the sponsors you hear about in this sports broadcast on the ND Sports Channel. Join us and put your business products and services in front of an average of 234 viewers per game. Let's team up. All right, start of the second quarter. Caitlin Hovey scored the last 4 points to pull the Tigers within 12. Hovey at the top of the key, fires it over far side and got called for the travel. Getting called for the travel there was, that was Raquel Archer, the 5'2" sophomore. First time I've seen her play in the state tournament. I don't think she snuck into the game yesterday. So with the basketball now is Tiana Binder. Binder will work it up top here for Schmidt. Schmidt works it now back to inside and then gets the ball back. And then the ball is tipped and picked up by Alyssa St. Pierre. They get it to Hovey. Bounce pass there to Archer, and Archer falls down. Archer, excuse me. And that'll be a foul and an inbounds pass for the Tigers, I believe. They will allow the substitution. That shot is up, no good. Madeline Schmidt picking up her first foul. Wolves get the rebound off the missed shot by the Tigers, bring it back down to the other end of the floor. They'll work it onto the far wing now, dribbling towards the baseline. It's Magstad with the pass across the paint into the hands of Kennedy Harder, and Harder gets 2 more and puts the Kidder County Wolves into the 20-point mark on the scoreboard, and it's 20-6. We get the ball up into the hands of Hovey here on the near side. Hovey will dribble right by us into the lane and put up the floater, and it bounces off the front of the rim and back into the hands of the Kidder County Wolves. More specifically, Madeline Schmidt, who goes all the way to the hoop and puts it in. 22-6. Pass down low, and that was Archer who got fouled, this time in the act of shooting, and if she doesn't go to the line, I'm pretty sure she was in the act of shooting. I mean, there's only so many things you can do to prove that you're shooting the basketball, and apparently it's a non-shooting foul, so. Turcotte, top of the key. Gives it up to Hovey. 14 to shoot on the shot clock. Hovey backs up in between the circles. Gets it to Alexa, now over to Alyssa St. Pierre. Back to Hovey. Hovey, cross-court pass over to Archer. Archer, 4 to shoot on the shot clock. Baseline from Turcotte, up, it hits the rim. That avoids the shot clock violation, but the rebound comes down to Jaslyn Megstad. Megstad nearly pickpocketed from behind there by Katie Hovey. They'll work it over far side for Alyssa, yeah, that's Alyssa Fisher into the lineup. No, it's not. There's a 1 in front of that 3 is Madeline Schmidt. Hovey will make her first trip to the free throw line as Madeline Schmidt picks up another personal foul and the free throw is missed. Schmidt with 2 fouls. Now they'll work the ball over to the far wing. And it's poked away by Caitlin Hovey. Hovey has another breakaway, but this time it's a one-on-one with 1 trailing, and Hovey won't win that one. But the rebound underneath by Tatum Cryell, and shot the offensive board. She'll get the bucket, 22-8, and now a timeout, Kidder County. We'll take a timeout with them. Back after this here on the ND Sports Channel.
Paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
All right, inbounds pass triggered by Haley Pfaff, and they'll work it into, that is, can't see who that is Madeline Schmidt. Cross-court pass now into the hands of Megstad. Megstad pushes in the corner for Schmidt. Schmidt, cross-court pass there into the hands of Pfaff. Pfaff drives it towards the hoop, can't get it to go, and we'll have another foul, and the ball will go back to the Trenton Tigers. Kennedy Harder just picked up her 3rd personal, team's 8. Will march down to the other end and shoot 1-and-1. At the line for the Tigers will be the 5'8" sophomore Alyssa St. Pierre. First one's up and it's in. She'll get another one. Makes it 22-9. Second one's up, 22-10. Both teams are in double digits. 2 for 2 for Alyssa St. Pierre. And back the other way come the Kidder County Wolves. They'll put it into the hands there of, that is Schmidt. Schmidt, Megstad, now Rath. Katie Hovey picks up her first foul of the game. That's team foul number 3 on the Trenton Tigers here in the first half. 3-pointer on the way and in! From the far wing, it is Madeline Schmidt. 25-10 now. Trenton will work it down low to J.C. Turcotte. That shot will roll off the rim into the hands of Brittany Rath. Rath brings it back all the way, now stops at the near wing. Hands it off there for, that is Schmidt. Schmidt gives it up to Megstad for 3. That one's off the back iron, won't go. Haley Pfaff with the offensive rebound. Loose ball will go into the hands of Cryell. And Cryell will have that pass intercepted by Haley Pfaff. And now J.C. Turcotte will get called for a foul. That's team foul number 4 on the Tigers. That's her 3rd personal already. Banks it in. That is Brittany Rath, and she's in the double-digit club with 11 now. 27-10 in favor of the Kidder County Wolves with 3:47 to go. They're working in the hands of Alexis St. Pierre. St. Pierre dribbles down to the near wing, being guarded closely there by Magstad. St. Pierre, excuse me, gets around Magstad. The pass was tipped out of bounds into the Wolves bench. And it'll be an inbounds pass for the Tigers right in front of the Kidder County bench. That'll be triggered by Cryel. Cryel fires it into Hovey. Hovey back over to Cryel. Cryel tried to work it inside and trying to save it. It goes out of bounds. The pass was intended there for Kella Norby, but it went through her fingertips. And Alyssa St. Pierre tried to save it to Alexa St. Pierre. But as a result, Alyssa St. Pierre had her foot on the line out of bounds. That gives the ball back to Kidder County with the Wolves leading 27-10. And a reach-in foul here on Raquel Archer, the 5'10" sophomore. Team foul number 5. Bounce pass down low, that's Brittany Pfaff. Pfaff can't get it to go, and Alyssa St. Pierre will pull away with the rebound. Pierre will get it there to Katie Hovey. Hovey fires it up to Norby. Norby, and on the pass, she gets fouled by Madeline Schmidt. The pass was intended for Alexa St. Pierre, who was out on the near wing, who possibly might have had an opportunity for a three-pointer, but as a result of the foul, that's team foul number 9, and that will be Madeline Schmidt's 3rd, I believe. Yes, it will be. And that puts Kella Norby at the line, and she misses the free throw. And the rebound comes down here to the Wolves. Wolves at the basketball up top. They work it on the far wing there for Binder. Binder works it around the horn. Now back up top, catch and shoot 3 from Madeline Schmidt, won't go. Norby with the defensive rebound here for the Tigers. Norby will fire it up to Hovey. Hovey over to Archer. Archer on the far wing, puts the ball to the floor, dribbles down to the corner, now on the baseline towards the hoop. Can't get the ball to the shot to go in. And Kidder County will come away with it as the official is standing in my way once again. It's got to be a record. Up top now, it's Madeline Schmidt. Schmidt will get the ball back after passing it away. They'll work it inside there for Brittany Raff. That shot up no good, but an offensive rebound and push the ball back up top to Madeline Schmidt. Schmidt gives it there to Raff. Raff inside, and Pfaff with the assist from Raff. Haley Pfaff gets the bucket, excuse me, 29-10. It was the right player, I just mispronounced the name, and I apologize for that. Alexis St. Pierre now with the basketball. Gives it to Katie Hovey. Into the paint, floats it up, and it will not go. The offensive rebound was pulled down there by Alyssa St. Pierre, and she'll get fouled, I think, by Haley Pfaff, but we'll double check. Alyssa St. Pierre at the line shooting 2. It was on Jaslyn Megstad, the foul was. And Alyssa St. Pierre makes the first free throw. 29-11, 29-12. And now a substitution. 5'7" junior Zoe Dunville will check into the lineup here for the Trenton Tigers. Full court pressure here by Trenton with 1:40 to go here before halftime. Tigers trail the Wolves 29-12. That pass through the fingertips of Haley Pfaff and out of bounds, and will go back to the Trenton Tigers. Tigers have a chance to trim the lead down a little bit more here with 1.5 minutes to go in the first half. 29-12, right now they trail by 17. Gunville gets it up there, that was Archer, excuse me. Fire it back over to Archer, and her foot was on the line, and a turnover. And I'll go back to the Wolves. 29-12, a minute 21 to go here, second quarter of play. Pass comes up court there to Megstad. Megstad bounce pass up top, now Megstad will get it back, and then fire it back up top to Schmidt. Now they'll work the ball inside of the paint. Nice pass through the paint into the hands of Haley Pfaff. And Pfaff with another bucket puts 2 more on the board for the Kidder County Wolves. 31-12, under a minute to go. Pass goes up top there to St. Pierre. They work it inside for Gunville. Gunville shoots it out for Hovey. Hovey tries to put it back in the corner for Gunville. It's off the fingertips of Gunville's right hand, out of bounds, and turnover back to the Kidder County Wolves. We have a good one going on in the EDC Boys Tournament right now. The Wapton Huskies lead the Fargo Shanley Deacons 48-45 with 18.9 seconds remaining in that game. That pass is intercepted by Caitlin Hovey. Hovey to the basket, plays it in. That's the second time she's done that this game. 31-14. Up top, Madeline Schmidt. In between the circles, being guarded by Hovey. 5 to shoot. Schmidt puts it up at the buzzer. Well, not quite at the buzzer, but now a full court shot will fall about 6 feet short on the heave by Katie Hovey, and that'll bring us to halftime. With your score, the Kidder County Wolves 34 and the Trenton Tigers 14. We'll have some numbers come back after this here on the ND Sports Channel.
Paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
Quality Home Restorations is Fargo Moorhead's go-to place for quality home remodel and repair services. Quality Home Restorations offers free estimates on all your home remodel and repair projects like drywall, laminate flooring, roofing, and much more. Check out the great photos of past projects completed by Quality Home Restorations on their Facebook page. Just search Quality Home Restorations. When it comes to your home being restored, count on Quality Home Restorations. Call Mike today at 400-1751. That's 400-1751 to set up an appointment for a free estimate. Quality Home Restorations in Fargo.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators.
The game is close. It's a big rivalry. Students jump out of their seats while the cheerleaders lead the chanting. Everyone is on edge. The shot is up and the buzzer sounds. All eyes follow the ball. Will it fall through the net? You can hear the hush of the crowd. With your whistle, you watch if his feet were inside the line or not. The crowd erupts. It's a game winner. Or is it? You make the call. Become an official. Contact your local high school. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
NorthDakotaScores.net is your top source for statewide scores for both boys and girls high school sporting events in the state of North Dakota. Football, soccer, basketball, hockey, wrestling, baseball, volleyball, softball. Get all the scores every game, every night, every single sports season of the school year. You can count on NorthDakotaScores.net year after year to provide over 99% of the results for high school sporting events in North Dakota, all reported from trusted and reliable sources. Follow North Dakota Scores on Twitter, search @NDScores and get the same scores on your mobile device every night.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In our first year and 4 months on the air, the ND Sports Channel brought you a total of 407 games, and 377 of those games were exclusive broadcasts of the ND Sports Channel. That's 377 games that would have had zero broadcast coverage if not for the sponsors who support our sports webcast. We ask that you please patronize and support the sponsors you hear about in this sports broadcast on the ND Sports Channel. Join us and put your business products and services in front of an average of 234 viewers per game. Let's team up.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
What makes high school sports here in North Dakota so special? They do.
You do.
We all do.
This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
ND Sup All-Stars has a new look on a new website that gives you easy access to what you want to know about upcoming activities, All-Star game records, college commitments, and easy access to every episode of the ND Sup All-Stars podcast. Visit the new website at ndsballstars.com. Every year, the top seniors in the state get one more chance to play the game they love. Please consider a donation to help support this great program. Send your gift to ND Sup All-Stars, P.O. Box 6544, Fargo, North Dakota, 58109.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in North Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Watch all the games on the ND Sports Channel on your home television screen. If your smart TV, Blu-ray, Xbox, PlayStation, 4K, or DVD player has access to the YouTube app, you can watch the ND Sports Channel on your big screen TV right at home, both live games and replays. Simply click on the YouTube app on your smart TV, and with the remote, move over to the search button, type in or highlight ND Sports Channel, and then select the live feed. Or you can browse the game library and watch a previous game on demand anytime you would like. We invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/ND Sports Channel. You can also watch live games and replays of games on your mobile device using the YouTube app, which can be downloaded from your mobile device's app store if it's not already on your device. Thanks for watching the ND Sports Channel. It's ND Sports Online. All right, welcome back. Just getting ready to go into the third quarter of play here. Once again, we apologize for the Wi-Fi issues. Just sent an email to the tournament manager to see if there are any options for us. So we'll see if they respond or not. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure they're here somewhere, but I don't see them, and I don't have a lot of time to go track them down, to be honest with you. So 34-14 is our score. 7.5 to go. Trenton Tigers going from left to right. Kidder County Wolves going from right to left. Tigers have the ball. St. Pierre into the corner for Turcotte. Turcotte with a bounce pass into the low block. That one will not go in. And the ball goes back to the Wolves. Work it down low here for Kennedy Harder. Harder back up top there for Schmidt. Schmidt fires it over for a three out of the hands of Haley Pfaff. Pfaff won't get that one to go in. Initially an offensive rebound, but then it was stripped away by J.C. Turcotte, and Turcotte will get it to Hovey. Hovey will fire it up into the far corner there, and then Hovey will get it right back from St. Pierre. And I'll give it right back to Turcotte. Or no, Cryell is what I meant to say. I'm not sure where I got Turcotte from. 2-on-1, back the other way, travel, yep, that's the call, yep. Tigers have the basketball. Hovey now in the near wing. They'll work it inside. 2 passes later to St. Pierre. Shot from the baseline is too strong. Rebound comes down to the Kidder County Wolves. Back the other way now comes Madeline Schmidt. Schmidt will fire it in the pass to Magstad. Now cross-court pass over to Haley Pfaff. Pfaff back up top to Schmidt. Now near side for Magstad. Magstad will dribble in high post, fire it over, and the pass is intercepted by Alexa St. Pierre. St. Pierre will bring it up over the timeline, run into a trap. Now get it to Hovey. Hovey works it inside there. I can't see who that is. I believe that might have been Norby, and the shot went off the side of the backboard, and it was Norby. Back the other way now come the Wolves. Madeline Schmidt fires it over far side for Pfaff. Pfaff works it down low for Brittany Raff. Raff with the shot, won't go. Alyssa St. Pierre pulls down the rebound. St. Pierre will bring it up over the timeline. Fire it to Alexa St. Pierre. No, that's Cryell, excuse me. Cryell with the basketball. And Cryell gets called for a double dribble. I'm just being honest here, like, I don't know about 75% of these calls that have been called against both of these teams, to be 100% honest with you. And I lower my voice as the official runs in front of me, but and you can probably hear in the background that the crowd's not too into these calls either. I've been holding that in for 2.5 quarters, and you may have heard a few boos over that time in the background. Tatum Cryell at the free throw line puts the first one in, makes it 34-15. Second one will drop in as well, and Cryell 2 for 2. 5:11 to go here in the third quarter of play. Loose ball over the timeline, and they will whistle a jump ball. Possession arrow will favor the Trenton Tigers. Slow to get up there was Madeline Schmidt. Katie Hovey showing some good sportsmanship there, helping her up, because it looked like she may have took an elbow to the gut and maybe knocked the wind out of her. But she'll remain in the game, so that's good news. Tigers have the basketball now as they work it to Hovey in the far corner. Now that's Cryell up top to Alexa St. Pierre. St. Pierre with the ball above her head, works to Hovey in the near corner. Turcotte with a pass across the paint that's intercepted by Madeline Schmidt. Madeline Schmidt will bring it back up to the timeline, then slow down, now cross the timeline with 4:41 to go here in the third quarter of play. Brittany Rath will drive in. That shot off the mark, and it'll be picked up here by Alexa St. Pierre. St. Pierre over the timeline, gets it to Hovey in between the circles. 4:22 and 27 on the shot clock. They'll work into the hands of Cryel. St. Pierre up top now. Back over to Cryel on the far wing. Cryel lost it off her ankle, but she picks it up, and then it's pickpocketed and poked out of bounds by Jaslyn Megstad, and it'll stay with the Trenton Tigers, and it'll be an inbounds pass from just half an inch on the right side of the midcourt stripe here from Turcotte, who will bounce it into the backcourt here for Hovey. Hovey will bring it back up over the timeline with 13 to shoot on the shot clock as they work to Cryel in the corner. Now St. Pierre on the near wing. Up top for Hovey. 5 to shoot. Turcotte. Now they work it Cryel. Cryel pass inside, and that ball will be intercepted, and that's another turnover here for the Trenton Tigers. Pfaff will work it in the corner. Cross court near wing pass to Megstad. Megstad in the corner for 3. And that is Madeline Schmidt. 37-16 now. Although they have not updated the scoreboard in the gym, and now they just did. 37-16. Turcotte gets into the hands of Madeline Schmidt. Schmidt now near wing to Megstad. Megstad puts up a 3 off the front iron, no good. Rebound comes down to the Trenton Tigers, St. Pierre. Up court now to Hovey. Hovey with a pass to Cryel, and Cryel will put it in off the glass. Nice pass by Katie Hovey to Tatum Cryel, and Cryel has 6 points now, and it's 37-18 with 2:53 to go here in the third quarter of play. Bounce pass into the hands of Harder. Harder with the baseline jumper won't go. And now Alyssa St. Pierre will work it up top there to Cryel. Cryel to Alexa St. Pierre for 3. She got it. 37-21 with 2:27 to go here in the third period of play. And a timeout on the floor. We'll take one with them back in a moment here on the ND Sports Channel. ND Softball All-Stars has a new look on a new website that gives you easy access to what you want to know about upcoming activities, All-Star game records, college commitments, and easy access to every episode of the ND Softball All-Stars podcast. Visit the new website at ndsballstars.com. Every year, the top seniors in the state get one more chance to play the game they love. Please consider a donation to help support this great program. Send your gift to ND Softball All-Stars, P.O. Box 6544, Fargo, North Dakota, 58109. All right, welcome back. 2:27 to go here in the third quarter. 37-21 in favor of the Kidder County Wolves over the Trenton Tigers. Ball gets into the hands of Madeline Schmidt. She'll dribble up to the near wing, circle around, back up to the top of the key. Fire it into the hands of Binder. Binder with a cross-court pass. It's intercepted by Caitlin Hovey. And Hovey's one-on-one with Binder. Goes to the hoop, around, and drops it in. Got around Tiana Binder, and Hovey drops it in. That's the third time she's gotten a steal and broken away for a basket. 37-23. Minute 55 to go. Katie Hovey up to 8 points now. Basketball in the hands of Megstad. They'll work it near wing now for Schmidt. Schmidt cross-court pass over to Binder. Binder works it down low, nearly poked away, but keeping it alive there's Brittany Rath. Shot won't go. Turcotte pulls down the rebound, and I believe a contact was lost there out of the eye of Brittany Rath. She gets back late and is lucky not to get the foul. Alexa St. Pierre is injured. Brittany Rath came down, and as Alyssa St. Pierre was going up for the shot, Brittany Rath came down and bumped her on the left side, and she is in pain right now, and she is being helped with medical staff. She's been turned over onto her back. It looks like possibly a cramp, and they're gonna hopefully stretch that out, and hopefully that is the extent of that. We'll take a short timeout and be right back here on the ND Sports Channel. In our first year and 4 months on the air, the ND Sports Channel brought you a total of 407 games, and 377 of those games were exclusive broadcasts of the ND Sports Channel. That's 377 games that would have had zero broadcast coverage if not for the sponsors who support our sports webcast. We ask that you please patronize and support the sponsors you hear about in this sports broadcast on the ND Sports Channel. Join us and put your business products and services in front of an average of 234 viewers per game. Let's team up. All right, welcome back. Alyssa St. Pierre is got up. She was helped to the baseline, and she was hobbling a little bit, but just as they were about to disappear, I see Alyssa St. Pierre starting to jog off towards the locker room, so that is a good sign. If she's jogging, that is a good sign. During the timeout there, a lady with a concerned look on her face walked up behind me and asked who was down, and I said, well, I think it's Alyssa St. Pierre, and she immediately left, and as she left, on the back of her shirt it said St. Pierre's mom. So we're glad that we could, for not that we're laughing at an injury or anything, but, and now here's excellent news, is Alyssa St. Pierre jogs back to the bench. She sits down right beside Bob Turcotte, the head coach. So that is excellent news. Glad it wasn't anything more than maybe a cramp in her leg, possibly. Wolves have the basketball. Cross-court pass near wing in the hands of Magstad. Magstad will work it up top there for Schmidt. Schmidt back over to Magstad. Magstad will dribble up top of the key, give it back to Schmidt. Schmidt fires it to Binder. Binder works it inside for Harder. Harder shot up, won't go. Turcotte pulls down the rebound. Turcotte will give it to Holby in the backcourt with 47 seconds to go here in the third quarter of play. It's a 12-point game. Three-pointer is up. Off the back rim, won't go. And a battle for the rebound. Jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Trenton Tigers. Inbounds pass comes to Alexa St. Pierre. Now they get into the hands of Holby. Holby, 8-foot jumper, rolls in and out. Rolls around and out, I should say. Rebound comes down to Brittany Rath. Rath getting into the hands there of Madeline Schmidt. Schmidt fires it near wing now here for Jaslyn Magstad. Magstad will put it in the corner. I can't see who that is. That's Kennedy Harder. Once again, they're first in my way. They'll work it back up top there for Madeline Schmidt. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, into the corner, at the buzzer, 3 is up, won't go in. That brings us to the end of the third quarter. With your score, the Kidder County Wolves 37 and the Trenton Tigers 25. Get this stat line. Tigers outscore Kidder County 11-3. Kidder County had 34 at halftime. Now at the end of the third, they have 37. The only bucket came from Madeline Schmidt in the form of a three-pointer. That gives her 14. 2 for Kennedy Harder, 4 for Haley Pfaff, 11 for Brittany Rath, 3 for Tiana Binder, and 3 for Jaslyn Magstad. 8 for Caitlin Holby, 5 for Alexa St. Pierre. Tatum Cryell has 6. Alyssa St. Pierre has 6. And that is your individual scoring for the Tigers, and prior to that, your individual scoring for the Kidder County Wolves. So we'll take a timeout, be right back in a moment. ND Sup All-Stars is a new look on a new website that gives you easy access to what you want to know about upcoming activities, All-Star game records, college commitments, and easy access to every episode of the ND Sup All-Stars podcast. Visit the new website at ndsballstars.com. Every year, the top seniors in the state get one more chance to play the game they love. Please consider a donation to help support this great program. Send your gift to ND Softball All-Stars, P.O. Box 6544, Fargo, North Dakota, 58109. All right, it's a 12-point game here to start the fourth quarter. 37-25. It'll be Kidder County Wolves basketball to start the fourth. Inbounds pass goes into the hands there, Brittany Rath. Rath falling down, gets the pass over on the far side to Megstad. Megstad gets it back after passing it away to Schmidt. Now they work it up top to Binder. Back to Schmidt. Now Schmidt works it down low for Harder. Harder picks it back out top for Schmidt. Working it in there for Brittany Rath inside the paint. Got it to Harder. Shot is up, won't go. Loose ball rebound. Official sort of in my way. I'm assuming it's a jump ball, and it is. Possession arrow will favor the Trenton Tigers. 7:34 to go here. And it's a 12-point game. The Tigers are still in this here. They outscored the Wolves 11-3 in that third quarter. They're going to call a kick. That'll stop the clock with 7:27 to go. And the ball will stay with the Tigers. Lissa St. Pierre triggers it into Hovey. Back to St. Pierre. Corner three up. A little too strong. Loose ball rebound will go out of bounds. Should go back to the Wolves, and it does. Coming down the far sideline there was Brittany Rath, and then she would step out of bounds on that far sideline to give the ball back to the Tigers. The last time the Wolves scored, it was a three-pointer by Madeline Schmidt about midway through the third quarter. And they have not scored since then. It's been all Trenton Tigers. And there's another bucket. Alyssa St. Pierre has 8, and it's to a 10-point game. 37-27 with just under 7 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter of play. Can the Tigers complete a comeback here and make things interesting at the end? We will find out. Right now with the basketball, it's Jaslyn Megstad. Megstad will get it back here on the near wing. Fired over far side, catch and shoot three, on the way, off the rim, won't go. Rebound, offensive, comes down into the hands of Rath. Rath shot up, won't go. That rebound pulled down by, can't see who that is. They will call a jump ball, and that jump ball, Caitlin Hovey was the one who grabbed the rebound. She got tied up with 2 Kidder County Wolves, and unfortunately for the Tigers, that possession favors the Wolves. Inbounds pass, Brittany Rath. Shot was partially blocked. Right into the hands of JC Turcott. Turcott will bring it up over the, she'll pass it up over the timeline to Hovey. Hovey to Cryel. Cryel over on the far side, gives it back to Hovey. Hovey looking inside for Alyssa St. Pierre, but it's intercepted by Brittany Rath. Rath will hand it off in the backcourt there for Madeline Schmidt. Schmidt will bring it up and over the timeline with 6:07 to go here in the fourth quarter of play. Schmidt gets the ball back after passing it off there to Tiana Binder. Binder will get the ball back, now took a couple dribbles, hand it off there to Megstad. Binder gets it right back from Megstad. And now back over to Megstad in the far corner. Megstad trying to get around a few defenders, gets it into Brittany Rath inside the paint. Move to the hoop, won't go. No foul, now an elbow, or is it a push? Is it on Rath or Hovey? That's the question. It's on Hovey. Not sure on that one. That's her second. Team foul number 2 in the second half. They'll work it up top here for Megstad. Megstad will get the ball back. Now firing it to Binder here on the near wing. Binder pushes it into the corner here. That was Harder. Harder fires it. Harder will get it back into the paint. Shot is up, off the glass, won't go. Hovey pulls down the rebound. 5:27 to go. Quick pass up the court. Can't quite see who that was, but she didn't get it in. It was Alexa St. Pierre. She gets the ball back, dribbles out into the corner, gives it to Turcott. Turcott fires it across. That is Archer. That shot won't go, and now a whistle on the foul. And the ball will go back to the Wolves. And I think I heard somebody call a timeout. And yeah, Kidder County wants a timeout. They'll finally get it. We'll take a timeout with them back in a moment here on the ND Sports Channel.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
What makes high school sports here in North Dakota so special? They do.
You do.
We all do.
This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
ND Softball All-Stars has a new look on a new website that gives you easy access to what you want to know about upcoming activities, all-star game records, college commitments, and easy access to every episode of the ND Softball All-Stars podcast. Visit the new website at ndsballstars.com. Every year, the top seniors in the state get one more chance to play the game they love. Please consider a donation to help support this great program. Send your gift to ND Softball All-Stars, P.O. Box 6544, Fargo, North Dakota, 58109. All right, welcome back. 5 minutes to go here, fourth quarter of play. Tigers are within 10. They have not led or have had a tie outside of 0-0 the entire game. And that whistle will stop the clock with 4:57 to go. Inbounds pass comes into the top of the key into the hands of Madeline Schmidt. Schmidt to Binder. Now Binder will give it up into the free throw line area there for Brittany Rath. Rath works it down low for Megstad. That shot up won't go. Turcotte with the rebound. Turcotte outlet pass there to Hovey. Hovey over the timeline. Pushes it into the corner there for Alexa St. Pierre. Gives it back to Hovey. Hovey tries to back in her defender. St. Pierre in the corner for three. It's in! 37-30. Alexa St. Pierre with her second triple of the game. Matter of fact, she has the only two triples for the Trenton Tigers so far. Back the other way, shot is up and it won't go. And Turcotte gets the rebound. Hovey was looking for a baseball pass. Now she'll fire it down and it's intercepted there by Tiana Binder. Binder will work it into the hands of Megstad. The Wolves have not scored for nearly an entire quarter of play now. It was about this time when they got a three-pointer in the third quarter. And another shot missed and the rebound pulled down by Turcotte. And maybe got away with a travel there. Lucky break for the Trenton Tigers as they're trying to close the gap on the scoreboard here. Alexa St. Pierre with 20 on the shot clock, 3.5 on the game clock, gives it to Caitlin Hovey, back over to Alexa St. Pierre. St. Pierre, ball above her head, gives it back to Hovey. Hovey works it to Turcotte. Turcotte tees it up for three, out the front iron, won't go. Rebound comes down to the hands of Tiana Binder. Binder will give it up in the backcourt there for Madeline Schmidt. Schmidt will bring it over the timeline with 3:13 to go. Fired over far side for Binder, back near side for Schmidt. Schmidt for three, and it's in! And that's the first bucket for Kidder County since Madeline Schmidt got a three-pointer about 1 quarter ago. 40-30, and it's back to a 10-point game. And now down at the other end, a turnover, and it goes back to the Kidder County Wolves. Substitutions pending for both teams here at the next break in action. Schmidt with the ball, works it into the corner for, that is Harder. Harder, cross-court pass into the hands of Megstad. A whistle and a foul on Caitlin Hovey, I believe. Apologize for the cough there. I meant to hit the cough button and I didn't. Free throw is up and it's in. Jaslyn Megstad with the free throw. Pushes it back to an 11-point game. Raquel Archer gets a breather on the bench. Checking in is Tatum Cryell, and now we have a timeout on the floor. 2:38 to go, 41-30. We'll be back here in 30 seconds. ND Softball All-Stars has a new look on a new website that gives you easy access to what you want to know about upcoming activities, all-star game records, college commitments, and easy access to every episode of the ND Softball All-Stars podcast. Visit the new website at ndsballstars.com. Every year, the top seniors in the state get one more chance to play the game they love. Please consider a donation to help support this great program. Send your gift to ND Softball All-Stars, P.O. Box 6544, Fargo, North Dakota 58109. All right, welcome back. 41-30 at the free throw line for the Wolves is Jasmine Megstad, and she'll make the second of 2 free throws. And it's back to a 12-point game. 2.5 to go. It's now or never here for the Trenton Tigers. Trip to the 5th place game is at stake. Alexa St. Pierre up top to Katie Hovey, over to Cryel. Cryel, ball above her head. And that 3-point attempt was cleanly blocked by Haley Foff. Foff, off the block, will tip it into the hands of Madeline Schmidt. Schmidt will fire it over to the far wing there for Megstad, who puts up a long 3 that missed everything. Out of bounds, back to the Trenton Tigers with 1:59 to go. The Tigers need some baskets quick. Full court pressure here by the Wolves. Alexa St. Pierre still in the backcourt, gets it over the timeline, but the pass is intercepted by Kennedy Harder. Harder will scoop hand it off there to Madeline Schmidt. Schmidt over the timeline, now fires it over to the far wing for Megstad. Megstad still with the ball, looks left, dribbles to the right, into the paint, pass across the paint, into the hands of Madeline Schmidt. They'll work the ball back up top, now into the hands of Brittany Rath. Rath will fire it over to Megstad. Megstad nearly traveled, got rid of the ball in time. Kennedy Harder shot up, won't go, and back the other way comes Alyssa St. Pierre. And Alyssa St. Pierre, jump ball will favor the Trenton Tigers as she gets tied up there with Brittany Rath and one other Wolf. Wolf. How do you say that singularly, I guess? I don't know. That was a unique opportunity to try and figure out how to pronounce something. That's easy to pronounce. Driving baseline, did she lose it off her shoe? No, it was poked out of bounds. They'll stay with the Tigers. So it'll be a baseline inbounds pass with 1:19 to go. They need to get some shots in quickly. Otherwise, this game's gonna go to Kidder County, even though they've only scored 6 points here in the second half. Oh, I take that back, 8 points in the second half. Cryel with a 3 off the mark. Rebound comes down to Kennedy Harder, and with 1:07 to go, the Trenton Tigers need to play perfect basketball from here on out. Otherwise, they'll be meeting Shiloh Christian tomorrow in the 7th place game. They'll work it inside, now back out. And that is, couldn't see who it was, Brittany Rath. Rath will put it up and in. Rath with 13 points. And now bounce pass, and that one's gonna go back to Kidder County, and that will be the dagger. That turnover will end it. Trenton trailing by 14 at the score of 44-30. We'll have one more timeout for a 5 substitutions, 10 substitutions. We have 10 new players on the floor now, and we'll do our best to keep track of who's who. With the ball now is Alyssa Fisher, a 5'4" junior. We're working over far side to Bree George. This is the Kidder County Wolves that I'm identifying. They have the basketball right now. There's a 1 second difference between shot clock and game clock. That's Binder, works it over to Fisher. Fisher back up top there for George, who may have gotten away with the travel. Puts into the hands of Allison Dutton, a 5'6" sophomore. Dutton will fire it into the corner here for Binder. Binder shot up and in. And that'll be your final score. Kidder County Wolves 44, the Trenton Tigers 30. Tigers held to just 5 points in that fourth quarter. And let's see here, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9. That's not right. Oh yeah, it is right. I wrote down the final score before they updated the scoreboard. So they scored 9. So the Tigers outscored 9-5 in that final quarter, and they would fall 46-30. So that'll set up Kidder County in the 5th place game against Langdon tomorrow, and the Trenton Tigers will play Shiloh Christian in the first game of the afternoon tomorrow at approximately 1 p.m. And let's go ahead and add up some numbers here. Kennedy Harder ends the night with 2, Haley Pfaff with 4, Madeline Schmidt leads the way with 17, Brittany Rath with 13, Tiana Binder with 5, Jaslyn Megstad with 5, and that's her individual scoring for Kidder County. For the Trenton Tigers, Katie Hovey with 8, Alexa St. Pierre with 8, Tatum Cryell with 6, Alyssa St. Pierre with 8, and that's it. Only those 4 players scored here for the Trenton Tigers. Kelly Norby had a free throw attempt but missed it, and as a result, she doesn't get onto the scoreboard. So that wraps up this one. We'll take a short break. It'll be a couple hours here. We'll come back on the air at approximately 6:15 with the Thompson Tommies and the Kindred Vikings. Last time those 2 teams met, it went into triple overtime in favor of the Thompson Tommies by 2 points. Should be a good one. We hope you join us here for that game. It's coming up at about 6:15 on the ND Sports Channel. It's 4 o'clock right now. And thanks so much for listening. That wraps up the consolation round, sets up the 5th and 7th place matches. Now all that's left to decide is the winners of the semifinals and who's going to the state championship game. And we'll figure that one out here in a little bit as the water bottle falls right in front of our crowd mic. And we'll talk to you here in about 2 hours on the ND Sports Channel. Take it easy.
Thanks for watching this presentation of the ND Sports Channel. Did you miss any of the game? Check out Game Rewind on our website at ndsportschannel.com.